All right, we got ourselves, okay, we got to get this thing. So it is getting close now on to 29 tons. So let's take a look at what boosters we have. And let's see, what about this one? This actually might be, I think I might build something from scratch again because I already have this underneath it. I don't know what, now I'm looking at it. Yeah. You know what, I'm going to build another booster. I'm going to build something from scratch to go on this. And you know what I forgot I had when I was building my last really big booster is I have the twin bores. And those are monstrous. You can like lift a ridiculous quantity of stuff with the twin bores. Maybe we can just put a couple of twin bores on the side of this thing and just call it a day. Let's see. Oh, over here, engines, twin bore boosters. That might even be too much, really. All told, oh, I guess not. I guess not. So we can put a couple of fuel cans on the top of this. There we go. 3849 meters per second to delta V. We can put on some slanty one. Remember, it's got to get to the station. I don't even think I need these. Let's go to here. Put in the little narrow dudes, those ones, and then the slanty nose cones on top. That one. 3840, that can comfortably get up to the station. Kind of dorky, but mountains of thrust on the bottom because these twin bores are ridiculous. I'm not sure this is the smartest plan, but okay, and then we got the poodle on here. How many ignitions are on that poodle? 14. Okay, we got to get some struts in there because those boosters on the side are certainly going to be... I don't know what I'm going to strut it to. Now I'm looking at it. Can I come outwards from the... Is that going to work okay? Whatever, we're going to do it. All right, put on some Separatrons. There they are. Right just below that black line. I'm right on that black line. Okay, and a pair on the other side. These will just help to push away that booster. I want to sort of angle them down a little bit. All right, let's fix up this staging because it is a mess. So these go off with those. That will come on when these let go. I'm not so sure about this thing, to be honest, but you can see it needs to be more this way. It's not in the center of the circle. Got to center it on the launch pad, you know. Do these have gimbaling on them? I believe they do. I'm going to try launching this as is. Let's stick on some launch clamps. We'll adjust the thrust to weight ratios, but might as well keep her simple, I think. Do that, whoops, do that. And we will adjust our thrust to weight. The thrust is going to come way down. These things are overkill. There we go, 1.33. Both of these got turned down, yep. There's no texture on those. I'm thinking I might just launch this as is. Let's give it a test. Let's see what happens. It could go really badly because it's very, very dorky. Oh, wait, smart parts. You know what? I haven't gone through my checklist either. I really should. Smart parts, smart parts, smart parts. Get the DrainX. That one. Put a single DrainX on here. That will detect when this thing runs out of fuel, and then it should stage them. And let's just go through the checklist, make sure I'm not forgetting anything. There's no contract associated with this. Control should be good. KOS, I put it on. I configured the probe. There's no science. Should have enough power. Electricity, antenna strength is kind of irrelevant. Antenna speed, data storage is irrelevant. Propulsion, RCS I put on. Parachutes doesn't need. Thermal lights I did. Upgrades, I don't think it really needs upgrades. 14 ignition should be enough. You know, why don't we upgrade it? I think I got there. Then I don't have to worry about it. TWR should be fine. Fairing deploy should be fine. Staging should be fine. Okay, let's do it. Let's give it a test first. So we'll use our crash simulator. We'll see how this goes. Of course, we have our wireframe nonsense going on here. So let's just run our launch script and see how this performs. It is a goofy looking thing. Oh! Now, did one of these engines... I did play with my launch script. And I don't know what it says here. Subliminal launch, subnominal thrust detected, attempting a shutdown, and then it just didn't ignite the engines. I think I might have made a boo-boo with my launch script. So I don't think anything went wrong. I don't think I saw any errors. Okay, shoot. Okay, let's... I tested this, I swear, before the stream. Edit the launch script. Okay, this is my launch script. I'm just going to take out the little part that I think just messed up here. Oh my gosh. So I'm going to scroll all the way down. I know exactly the part I changed. I'm just going to take it out. So this is all not necessary. It's in the countdown part of it. Countdown, here we go. So I had this little bit in here. Did I edit the wrong? There's nothing here. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This editing window is so terrible too. Here. It won't let you scroll past. Okay, main. Here we go. Nope, that's not it. I swear I made a change in here. And I'm making my life way too complicated. Here it is. Ignition. If the thrust at the atmosphere is less than that, but it wasn't. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to temporarily, this is what they do at NASA. If you have a bit of code that's meant there as a safety feature and it does something weird, we just are going to abort that. We're just going to pretend that safety feature isn't there. So I'm commenting that all out, so it's just going to proceed with the launch. And I'll fix that later. I swear, though, I did test this before launch. Okay, let's terminate. Sorry, no, I want to restart the simulation. And that's annoying because I tested it. I swear I did. So I'm not quite sure what went wrong there. Okay, let's... Oh, what? This is what's always going to happen. Unexpected bracket. Oh, welcome to the world of coding, everybody. Okay, edit. launch. So somewhere in there, I have an extra bracket. Okay. Oh my golly. There we are. Yep, right here. That shouldn't be there. Okay, save that. Exit. Try this again. You're going to be good this time, right? Run. Launch. You can see why I don't code live. Okay, let's see. Come on, do it this time. Oh, am I staging backwards? My staging was the wrong way. Oh, that's funny. Okay, and it clearly has, it did a funny roll because I think I have the wrong, I think I had the launch clamps before firing the engine, so now that explains a lot of things. My script was probably doing fine. Oh my gosh, were there people in it? Clamps were staged before the boosters, yep. So the clamps were staged before the booster. The script was doing its job. It was noticing that, hey, you know what? You just staged and we have no thrust here, dude. Yeah, that's because we just staged the launch clamps. So okay. So the script was actually doing what it was supposed to be doing. I just had idiot staging. What else is new in this game but idiot staging? But it's doing all right. It's flying at a funny angle because I think I have one of these parts up here selected as the root part. I need to go down and select that octo that's way down there as the root part, and then it'll probably fly in a normal way. But it is flying. It's doing okay. That was funny. Felix is asking, do I have KOS tutorials? I do not. I can point you, though, to my favorite. Like, there are some great KOS tutorial videos out there. Philippe or Brickleback Maths, I think he's still in the stream. He has a great one. It is in French with English subtitles. There is also Cheers Kevin, who has a great KOS channel, if you look him up on YouTube. But no, I don't have any KOS tutorial videos. And probably what you were witnessing down there probably gives you a good reason as to probably why I shouldn't have KOS tutorials. Hey, how are we doing here? We seem to be doing okay. I got me a feeling this fairing is going to stage before we lose these boosters. That might be interesting. Yeah. As dorky as thing it is flying okay. But I am going to lose these fairings before I lose these boosters. And I don't know how that's going to... Ah, it worked. That could have gone a lot worse. And then we lose the boosters, and now we're on our little core stage here to finish this off. But this is all looking pretty fine. I think if I just tweak my staging and all of that, we're already almost at 2,000 meters per second, so we're getting close to orbital velocities as it is. I can't imagine how this is... Well, we'll get up into space and we'll just make sure that everything deploys okay and all that stuff. Brickamaths. Sorry about that, Philippe. Now that I see it. And there are a lot of people on my Discord that are willing, able, and happy to answer KOS questions. All right, so that all worked well. We have a 223 meter per second burn with still 797 meters per second left in this thing. We're good. Let's get back to the vehicle assembly building. Sorry for that silly mishap with the staging that made me question my script. So this is the issue here. Engines, then you let the rocket go. I think I've done that one before. I also should, because I think this was the source of that funny roll. If I get into here, because I was playing around with root parts, if I make this octo the root part, that should, oh boy. Yeah, now I can see why it was on. Okay, we're gonna fix all this, because that bugs me. Now we're gonna make this normal, like that, like that. 2 of those. Put these back on. Put these back on. Not, yep. Funny angles because of root parts. Throw that away. Fix our staging once again. Engines first, then we let it go. All of that should be good. Thrust to weight should still be good because I didn't change any of that. Still have smart parts on here somewhere. They have to, oh, they probably aren't. I probably grabbed the one that didn't have a smart part on it. So I gotta put smart part back. A Drain X. Boop, right there. Beautiful. That will do the staging for us. And, oh, the struts are messed up. No struts. Glad I noticed that. I like the way the struts magically go through the fairings. I'm not going to argue. All right, let's get rid of this. And let's do this thing. So save it and launch. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, so we are here. And we're going to go to our station. And where is our station in our orbit? There's our target. Oh, okay, we missed it, so we need to bring it around. It's got to come around the planet towards us again. And I like to launch when the station's just a little bit ahead of me. And then go into a lower orbit. So I'm going to let the little target icon kind of get ahead of me. So right now this is just about overhead. And we'll let it get just a little bit ahead. And as we will be in a lower orbit, we will catch up to it. And that should do the trick. And now you got a better look at this stumpy thing. We are off. Why do I not have... Has it got a funny name? Like, it's... Oh, these probe things are off. There we go. Few module. There we are. Okay, we are off. We are off. We are off. And some people I know, I've seen people that they launch straight into a rendezvous with things, which is completely doable. All you got to do is pay attention to your close encounter indicators. Like if we put this on here, we don't got them yet because we're not up to, you know, our altitude isn't high enough. Actually, we're not going to get them, so why am I even looking there? But if you know, you get your altitude up to your target and then look at your closest approaches, and then you can adjust that by pitching either up or down from the prograde vector to adjust your closest approach and go straight into a rendezvous. The thing is frankly, the further you spend away from this prograde vector, the less efficient your launch is. So that's why I don't do it. And of course, I'm doing this with a script, so it can't really... I love the little dirty exhaust here coming off of the preburners. That looks great. I think that's Restock doing that. That looks awesome. Hello there, Scottney. Welcome. Will I put another fuel module on Minmis Station? Says, is it lead? I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. It doesn't really need it. The Minmis Station only has docked with it a little tiny lander which uses very, very little fuel. It still has 2 of the pusher vehicles that carry the modules out to Minmis Station that have enough fuel aboard to fuel the lander over at least 3 or 4 times, probably more. So Minmus Station isn't going to need a fuel module, at least for some time. Now, at some point in the future, I would like to do some resource harvesting on Minmus. I think Minmus is the best target because of how cheap it is to get stuff off of the surface of Minmus to do resource harvesting. And at that point, I probably would put on like the converters and the fuel tanks and all that kind of stuff just to hold what we manufacture. But I don't think I need to bring anything up there anytime soon. This fuel tank is mostly for the big old nuclear rocket I have up there. Alright, we're about to lose that fairing again. At least it's not on a goofy angle. There we go. Not pretty, but whatever. And then those radials. There we go. And now it's on just the little poodle. The quiet little poodle. Alright. Landstrider says he prefers a straight launch to either of the moons. So you like to just go straight into a rendezvous with either the moon or Minmus? I know, I'm a park and orbit kind of guy. It just makes the first step of this always the same, which I like. And to be honest, anybody who's watched any of these streams know that 90% of my adventures are about getting into orbit and not having things put together right, like that staging mishap. That is really typical for me. So I like to make that stage one, and then when that goes well, I usually feel like I'm over a major hurdle and ready to go on to other things. Okay, here we go. We should be lighting up, opening up, and setting up our burn here. Nice. Okay. And we'll time warp a little bit to this maneuver. I like that rocket. It didn't have any tail fins on it. I think I overdo the tail fins sometimes. I really do. Alright, coming up to our orbital insertion burn. And we'll get ourselves over to the station. And I'm looking at this. I am going to get the next step after this is to build myself. I'm going to build myself a new LKO ferry to get some new Kerbals up to Kerbin Station, or Kerbin Station, WKMSS, Warrior King Memorial Space Station. Oh, this is another massive launch. I got 40,000 Kerbucks for my massive launch. That's one of the strategies that just popped up there. Okay, that is good. Program has ended. Put this on the normal vector. But I think that's what I'll get started with, is building myself a new little LKO ferry. Unfortunately, not a space plane. That's what I really would like to build, but I just ain't got... Well, I do have the parts, actually, because you can build a space plane out of some pretty simple parts, really. Doesn't have to use jet engines, but I'm so close to having those Whiplash jet engines and toroidal engines that I really want to make a space plane using those, but unfortunately I'm not there yet. Okay, here we go. Let's get this rendezvous out of the way.